Broadcasting live from the Murdix v. OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we get ready for the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Centennial taking on Independence-Ravenwood 2. Independence-Ravenwood 2, 0-5. They have already locked themselves into Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season and will play in the Henry Hine Cup in the postseason. Centennial still have a shot to move up to Tier 1, but they need to win this game tonight because they have to play Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb on Monday. And Ensworth are beating up on the Outlaws, so no telling what they could do to Centennial. So Centennial have to win this game tonight to give themselves a chance, because if they lose and then Summit beat USNBA National Good Pasture or even tie them in the first game of the day on Monday, that's it for Centennial. They're stuck in Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season and they're not moving up. So this is an important game for the Cougars as they try and march back into Tier 1 to give themselves another shot, or a shot at winning another Predators Cup. As both teams are already at their benches ready to come out on the ice for a warm-up. So let's talk about the two teams playing tonight's game. First up, Centennial, coached by Connor McKenzie, lost their opening two games of the regular season. September 25th, they lost 7-3 to Summit Page. And then on October 4th came the tough 4-3 loss to USN, where Ryan Barrett scored the game winner with 37 seconds left. They should have beaten Hendersonville. They were up 4-3 with 28 seconds left when Dom Harpole scored to force the game to end in a 4-4 tie, but they've won twice since then. That Hendersonville game was October 16th, and a week ago tonight, first win of the season, beating the Outlaws 4-2. And then this past Monday night, they beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 4-1. So here are the Centennial stats coming into tonight. Brendan Mitchell, the leading scorer, 6 points, all from goals. Calvin Zacharias, 5 points from 2 goals and 3 assists. Rhett Gordon and Aiden Gardner, each with 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Aiden Connect has 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Nick Kloss and Cooper Davis each with 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Owen Boyer with 3 points from assists. Alex Izaminia and Blake Butcher each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Braden Marks, Awen Douglas, and Blake Connect each have a point from an assist. On to goalie play. David Busby has played all 5 games in goal for Centennial. His record 2-2-1, just like the teams. He's played the full 210 minutes. Goals against average of 3.6. No shutouts. He's allowed 18 goals on 153 shots. Turned away the other 135. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 88. Let's move on to Indy, coached by Scott Phillips. And they have not had a great, they're 0-5, so not a great start to the year. Opened the regular season September 25th with a 6-2 loss to the Outlaws. Then just over a week later, October the 4th, A week later, on October 2nd, they lost 2-1 to USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Good Pasture. Then 2 nights later, October 4th, they lost 7-4 to Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb. Last Wednesday night, they lost 8-1 to Station Camp Liberty Creek. And then this past Monday, they lost 7-0 to Summit Page. So here are their player stats coming into tonight. Torrin Kemble, the leading scorer, 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Landric Mayeski, 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Ryan Hoverson, 2 points from assist. Jackson McCoy has a point from a goal, and Oscar Dubon has a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Trent Pavlik has played in 3 games. 2 of those were starts. He came in relief in the Outlaws game after catcher Grayson got run into, so they took him out for his own safety. That game was already decided in the Outlaws' favor, so no decision for Pavlik. But in his 2 starts, they both lost, so he's 0-2. Played just shy of 107 minutes, goals against average of 4.72. No shutouts. He's allowed 12 goals and 85 shots, turned away the other 73. His save percentage in the regular season is 86. Catcher Grayson has started 3 games. Indy have lost them all. His record 0-3. He's played just shy of 104 minutes. Goals against average of 7.27. No shutouts, obviously. He's allowed 18 goals on 110 shots and turned away the other 92. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 84. So Centennial should be the favorites in this one. Trent Pavlik going to start in goal for Independence-Ravenwood 2. Not sure who that is down in goal for Centennial. I think it's David Busby. This first period, Indy will carry the puck from my left to right, Centennial from my right to left, and the game is underway. Indy won the draw, but Centennial take it right away. And here's Aiden Connect, left wing side of the Indy zone, getting off a shot, steered into the netting above the glass by Trent Pavlik. And that takes the first 14 seconds of the game off the clock. Draw is going to be to the right of Pavlik. Won by Centennial, and a shot from Rhett Gordon steered away by his old teammate Pavlik. Gordon, of course, transferring to Centennial during the offseason, played for Indy for his first 3 years. Puck back deep in the Centennial zone. Here come the Cougars. Blake Connect, right wing side of the Indy zone. Puck knocked away by Landric Mayeski. Mayeski loses the puck to Aiden Connect as Rhett Gordon came in and held his old teammate up a bit. Puck sent around the wall to the near side, held into the left point. Cooper Davis shot into the shins of Torin Kemble. And the puck held into the blue line, but then Kemble chops it out. Here's Torin Kemble through center. Into the Centennial zone, left wing side. A shot missed the net to the right of the Centennial goalie. Again, I think it's Busby. Oh, and Aiden Connect with a steal at center. Passes across. Rhett Gordon, a shot, score. Aiden Connect swiped the puck off an Indy stick at center. Passed across to Rhett Gordon, and he shoots the puck into the back of the net to give Centennial a 1-0 lead, just 76 seconds in, 12:44 to go in the first. Draw one by Independence. Big hit on Oscar Dubon on the far side at center. Centennial clear the puck out of their zone. Here's Calvin Zacharias. Pass in front of Owen Boyer. Oh, taps it just wide of the net to the right of Pavlik. Centennial with a puck still. Blake Butcher, right point, a shot. Stopped and covered up by Pavlik. Draws to Pavlik's left. One by Centennial. Shot from Blake Butcher at the right point, steered away. Puck behind the net, Aiden Gardner with it. Gardner trying to put it out in front. Now here's Owen Boyer behind the net, pushed into the boards. Gardner out in front for Zacharias, off his skates and stopped and covered up by Pavlik. 12 minutes left in the first, 1-0 Centennial. Draw is going to be to Pavlik's right this time. Draw one by Centennial. Baywin Douglas passing out to the right point, but Cooper Davis couldn't get to the puck. It goes out to center. He has it now. Brings it back in the Indy zone. Right circle, a shot off of Ryan Hoverson and went up over the net. Hoverson whips the puck around the near side boards and out. Blake Connect will have to chase it back into his own zone. He'll catch up to it. Connect. Passes across Awen Douglas. Now here's Brendan Mitchell. Drops it back for Cooper Davis. Davis a shot turned away from the right half wall by Pavlik. Puck comes up to the left point, and Blake Connect keeps it alive. Connect carries it down. He's in front of backhander, blocked. Connect with it again. Passes off, and a shot turned away by Pavlik. That shot coming from Cooper Davis. Now the puck cleared out by Indy, but neither Rishi Patel nor Jacob Rogers were going to win a foot race with Brendan Mitchell, who jumps into the Centennial zone and brings it back out. Now he's right back in the Indy zone on the right wing side. A shot, off the right arm of Pavlik and then hit the crossbar. Cooper Davis, whiffed on a centering pass attempt. He still has the puck, goes around the back of the net, passes out to the right point. Connect squeezed up against the boards. Passed ahead to Jacob Rogers. Rogers trying to catch up to it. Torrin Campbell has it. He's in the Centennial zone in front of backhander. I think Busby got a piece of it. Either that or Kimball missed it to the left. Kimball trying to get to the front of the net again. Now it's taken back by the Cougars. Aiden Connect in the Indy zone on the right wing side. Right circle. Shot, score. Torrin Kimball missing a chance at the other end. And then Aiden Connect comes down into the Indy zone and fires the puck into the back of the net to give Centennial a 2-0 lead with 9:59 to go in the first. So I guess that shot never hit Busby. Looked like it glanced off his glove, but I guess it just missed. Draw one by Independence, and Landric Mayeski carries it into the zone, shoots and scores. And I think that's Cade Henderson in net for Centennial. So the pool goalie they got from Independence-Ravenwood 2, Cade Henderson is a Ravenwood student playing for the first time this season, and he gives up a goal. It's 2-1 Centennial with 9:53 to go in the first period. Puck behind the net. It's in the in the Centennial zone, Mayeski stops at the inboards. Puck behind the net. Comes out to the far wall. And James Pierce, who just got added to the team and I think played on Monday against Summit Page, but now here comes Centennial to center. Aiden Gardner bringing the puck in the Indy zone, and it came towards the net. Would have gone past the net, but Trent Pavlik stops and covers to get his team some breathing time or some rest. 9:08 to go in the first game it's 2-1 Centennial. Draws to the left of Pavlik. Draw one by Centennial, and a shot is to be blockered away by Pavlik. It's from the top of the right circle. Clearing attempt held in by Blake Connect to the left point. Aiden Gardner trying to go down the left wing. Torrin Kimball pokes the puck away, and it's out at center. And we're going to get a whistle and a cross-checking call against Brendan Mitchell. Correction, it's Clayton Hodgson. So Independence get the first power play of the game, down 2-1 with 8:51 to go in the first. Draw will be to the left of Cade Henderson. Puck at the inboards of the Centennial zone, and the Cougars get it and clear. Trent Pavlik will leave it for Torin Kemble. Kemble passing up the far side. Ryan Hoverson in the Centennial zone on the left wing. Puck knocked away, held in by James Pierce. Pierce coming down the left wing, taking a shot. Oh, hit the outside of the post to the right of Henderson. Here's Torin Kemble passing down the left wing. Shot from Landric Mayeski, score! Henderson had drifted over to his left. He left the net wide open, and Mayeski scores his second of the game from the left circle, and the game is tied at 2 with 8:06 to go in the first. Draw one by Centennial. Aiden Connect, right wing side of the Indy zone. Wanted to pass off, but he left the puck behind him at the wall. He gathers it back in. Passes over to Nick Kloss. Kloss backhands it in front, and it went across the front of the net. Calvin Zacharias is there, but he whiffed on the puck. Owen Boyer behind the net. Boyer passing out. Oh, but Blake Butcher couldn't keep it alive at the right point. He even tried to dive out to keep it in. Could not. Blake Butcher passing it up the boards of his own zone and out. And Ryan Hoverson beats Calvin Zacharias to the puck at center. Clears it out, but right to Owen Boyer, who taps it in as soon as Zacharias gets back on side. Now here's Boyer with a puck right circle. Wanted to pass across Oscar Dubon. Forced him off. Now here's Aiden Connect. Right circle, a shot. Stopped and covered up by Trent Pavlik. 7:07 to go in the first. The game is tied at 2. Draw will be to Pavlik's left. Draw one by Centennial, and Rhett Gordon tried to put it in front for Aiden Gardner, but it rolled off his stick. Now Gardner with it at center, takes it away from Landric Mayeski, who's already looking for a hat trick. Here's Alex Azaminia now, left wing side of the Indy zone. Tried to center it for Aiden Gardner, but it was deflected off the stick of Torin Kimball, and then Gardner backs into the net and dislodges it. Draws on the dot in front of the Indy bench. Well, it looks like the Ensworth Outlaws game is over. Ensworth win. Wow, Ensworth win 10-2. Yikes. The Outlaws had 12 shots on goal. Good Lord. I thought they were going to be a contender to move up. Nope, they're 1-2-1 now, and Ensworth are now 5-0. As there's a backhander at the other end, stopped and dropped by Trent Pavlik, but the referee lost sight of it, so he blew the whistle. That was Blake Connect on the backhanded try. 6:26 to go in the first, and the game still tied at 2. Draw to Pavlik's left. One by Centennial, shot in the right point. Stopped by Pavlik with the right leg pad. That shot coming from Cooper Davis out high. Puck out at center. Mayeski picks it up, brings it into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Trying to go in front, got bumped. Lost the puck. Cleared out to center, but right under the stick of James Pierce. Pierce back in the Centennial zone. Crossing the left wing side, a shot over the net. Puck out at center. Ryan Hoverson sends it back into the Centennial zone. Here is Cooper Davis dropping it back. Puck now back in the Indy zone. Landric Mayeski out on the far wall. Backhands it up the far wall. It hits Blake Butcher, and he keeps it alive, sending it back down to the right wing corner. James Pierce back around to the near side. Ryan Hoverson, and it's swept off his stick by Brendan Mitchell, but the puck goes out to center. Nick Kloss brings it back into the right wing side. A shot missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Rhett Gordon looked like he was going to hold it in, but puck went over, or stick went over the puck. Here's Brendan Mitchell. Now Blake Butcher. Butcher through center. His younger brother Tate got pushed down from behind, which meant he ended up triggering an offside call. 5:02 left in the game. Left in the first, and it's still 2-2. Indy have scored both their goals on just 2 shots. Draw is on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Indy bench. Oscar Dubon with it for the Eagles. Near side of his own zone. Passes over toward Kemble. Kemble fires it on goal from center, and Cade Henderson has to make a nervy save. He decides to keep play going. Centennial with the puck, trying to get it out of their own the far side. Off the stick of Tate Butcher. Picked up at center, Brendan Mitchell. Right wing side of the Indy zone. A shot, score! Brendan Mitchell. Top of the right circle, fires the puck into the back of the net. Sounded like it hit metal on the way in, and it is 3-2 Cougars with 4:21 to go in the first. Draw one by Centennial. It's in the Cougar zone. Calvin Zacharias ahead to Aiden Connect. It hit Connect's body. He didn't know where it was. Landric Mayeski brings it back into the Centennial zone. Shot in the slot, kicked away by Cade Henderson. He finally stops a shot from Mayeski, who'd beaten him twice in this game. Cougars bring the puck out to center. Calvin Zacharias, left wing side of the Indy zone. Had the puck jabbed away by Ryan Hoverson. Aiden Connect sending the puck to the front of the net. Knocked away by Pavlik. Put out in front. Connect a shot from the slot off the right leg pad of Pavlik. Rebound sitting loose. High slot again. Connect. Falls over. Puck goes over to the far boards. Now here's Blake Connect out high. Top of the left circle. Shot over the net. Missed the net wide and a bit high. Cooper Davis keeps it alive. Backhands it down the right wing wall to Aiden Connect. Connect down low and redirect. Oh, what a stop by Pavlik on the redirect from Calvin Zacharias. I thought it was going to end up in the back of the net, but Pavlik kept it out. 3:10 to go in the first. Still 3-2 Centennial. Draw away to Pavlik's right. Draw is won by Indy. Here's James Pierce. Out to center. Into the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Now here comes Centennial back the other way. Nick Kloss, right wing side of the Indy zone. Shot stopped in the rebound. Went over the stick of Aiden Gardner. Gus Libby to center now for Indy. Into the Centennial zone, and the puck taken off him from behind by Kloss. Kloss Back in the Indy zone on the right wing side. Passes over Aiden Gardner, a shot. Missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Here's Torin Kemble. Flips it up the far side. Knocked away from Jackson McCoy by Blake Butcher. Puck pushed back into the Indy zone. It's a foot race. Kemble is going to beat Gardner to it. Sorry, it's James Pierce beating Gardner to it. Kemble is out there. Gus Libby tried to pass across. It went into the skates of Braden Marks. And Indy are going to end up icing the puck. Minute 57 to go in the first. 3-2, Centennial leading. Draws to the left of Pavlik, won by Centennial. Shot in the right point, score. I don't know if Brendan Mitchell got the tip. The initial shot was from Owen Boyer. I guess Mitchell got the tip. He's leading the fist bump line of the bench. That'd be his second goal of the period and the game. And it is now 4-2 Centennial with a minute 52 to go in the first. And Rhett Gordon has to go back to the locker room because he didn't have ear guards. And it was catcher Grayson who caught him, so catcher Grayson catching his old teammate without ear guards. Draw one by Centennial. Puck carried into the Indy zone, but poked off the stick. Brendan Mitchell. Now back the other way come the Eagles. Oh, but Landric Mayeski entered the zone with a puck and then dropped it back to George Logazar, who was outside the zone, and that triggers the offside call. Draw one by Centennial. Brendan Mitchell shoots it off of Pavlik's lead pads from an odd angle below actually right on top of the goal line on the right wing side. Puck at center, going to be brought back in by Alex Azaminia. Azaminia bumps into Hoverson and they both fall over. Here's Oscar Dubon behind his own net. Up the far side to Finn Kalberg, who passes it off. Landric Mayeski in the Centennial zone, whiffs at a shot attempt. We're inside the final minute of the first. Puck out on the far boards, and the Cougars have it again. It's back in the Indy zone. Kemble ahead to Dubon off his skate, though. Blake Connect carries it back into the Indy zone on the left wing side, but it's taken off him by Mayeski. Here's a shot from the right wing side and Blake Butcher. I think it missed the net, but it looked to me like Pavlik steered it away. I guess they're going with a miss. Under 30 seconds left in the period now. Puck brought back in on the left wing side by Aiden Connect. Across to Zacharias. Off his stick. Gets it back over to Connect. Oh, Connect whiffs. Trying to pass to the slot. Comes to Zacharias anyway, and his shot hit his own man, Cooper Davis, in the slot. Puck comes out to the left point. Held in. Pass down low. And a shot from Cooper Davis off a stick into the netting above the glass, and that is it for the first. A 6-goal first period. Centennial jumped out to a 2-0 lead on goals from Rhett Gordon and Aiden Connect. Then Landric Mayeski scored twice to tie the game, and then Centennial scored 2 more, both of them from Brendan Mitchell. And the Cougars lead Independence-Ravenwood 4-2 at the end of 1. Ready to go for the second period. Trent Pavlik still in goal for Indy. Cade Henderson still in goal for Centennial for the second period. Centennial will carry the puck from my left to right and Indy from my right to left. Draw is won by Centennial. Nick Kloss behind his own net. Stretch pass up the far side, but that's going to be icing. Trying to get it to Cooper Davis, but pass was way too hot for Davis to handle. He's never going to get that. Took the first 15 seconds off the clock. Draw is to the left of Henderson. Draw one by the Cougars. Puck sent around the wall to the near side. Puck given away, and a shot from George Logazar, top of the right circle, hit a stick and went over the net. Nick Kloss out to center. Puck taken away by Landric Mayeski. Now Kloss has it back. Aiden Connect. Sends it back into the Indy zone. Puck behind the net, James Pierce. Over to Finn Kahlberg, who dumps it into the Centennial zone. Puck out on the far side. And Torrin Kimball keeping into the zone on the right wing wall. Puck came towards the net and steered away by Blake Butcher. Cleared out. Oh, and a big hit on Cooper Davis as he was leaving the zone from Kahlberg. Knocked his helmet off as he went into the boards, and going to be an elbowing call against Torrin Kimball. So Centennial, I think it's Centennial's first power play of the game. They're up 4-2 with 12:47 to go in the second. Draw is to the left of Pavlik. Draw one by Indy. They fire it down ice. Cade Henderson out to play it. Taps it ahead to Owen Boyer. Boyer to center. Makes his way to the far side inside the Indy zone on the left wing. Sends the puck to the near side boards. Up top to the right point, Nick Kloss. Kloss, a shot missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Clearing attempt held into the blue line. A one-timer from Aiden Gardner turned away by Pavlik. A big hit on the far boards to knock down, I think it was Hoverson. Now a big battle for the puck on the far wall. Like 9 of the players out there are in all that. Hoverson comes out with it. Tries to clear it. It's held in at the left point. Blake Connect. Under a minute left of the power play. Passed over. Nick Kloss' shot. I think Pavlik got a piece of that. Comes over to the left point. Now Kloss again. Slap shot missed the net to the left of Pavlik. I'm saying Pavlik got a piece of that. Puck brought out in front, and a shot. I think it was blocked. That was Aiden Gardner. No, they say Pavlik made the save on that. 30 seconds left of the power play for Centennial. Puck picked up by Blake Connect. Out to center. Into the Indy zone on the left wing. Hands it off. And Brendan Mitchell tried to pass it over, and it went out of the zone. Nick Kloss. Over to Aiden Connect. Drops it back to Blake. Penalty time against Indy is up. They're back at even strength. Nick Kloss. Passing up the near side. Here's Brendan Mitchell. In the Indy zone. Wanted to shoot it. Was blocked. Puck comes over to Alex Zamini. Right circle. His shot. Went over the net. Puck held in at the left point. Passed over to the right point, Nick Kloss. Pass down low, Azaminia. No, Azaminia is near the net. Nick Kloss passing down to, I think this is Brendan Mitchell. No, it's Aiden Connect. Brendan Mitchell is out in the slot. Connect around the back of the net. Passing up top to the left point, Blake. Back to Aiden. Aiden not let the puck go off his stick. Here's Oscar Dubon. Backhanding it over to the far side, and Torrin Kimball. Clearing it out up the far wall, but knocked down and brought back in by Blake Connect. Blake tried to put it in front, and it's cleared out. Here's Brendan Mitchell, right wing side of the Indy zone. Drops it back, but nobody in a blue sweater could get to it. It's out at center again, picked up by Eden Connect. Connect passing up the far side. Alex Azaminia takes a bump. Puck drifts back into the Centennial zone. Or Indy zone, excuse me. Now it's back in the Centennial zone. Alex Azaminia on the far side ahead to Aiden Gardner, who couldn't keep it in his stick, but Azaminia gets it back. Azaminia into the Indy zone, shot over the net just as he crossed the blue line. Landric Mayeski can't clear the puck out. Now it's out at center. Aiden Gardner with it again. Back into the Indy zone on the right wing side. Try to go to the front of the net. Nice poke check by Ian Murray, but Gardner has the puck again. Try to wrap around, but the net got dislodged. They're going to continue play and push it back into place. That's kind of a surprise. It was quite a bit out of position. Puck put out in front. George Logazar intercepts. Puck knocked off his stick by Ewan Douglas. Now back the other way, go Indy. Puck sent into the Centennial zone. Blake Butcher's going to catch up to it. Stands behind his own net. Out to center. Into the Indy zone, drops it off. Pass over and a one-timer stopped by Trent Pavlik. Now to the far side of the net, and Pavlik covers. .7:59 left in the second, 4-2 Centennial leading. Draw is to the right of Pavlik. One by Centennial, and a one-timer missed the net to the left of Pavlik from Owen Boyer. Puck in the left wing corner. Passed out to the left point, Blake Connect. Over to Owen Boyer, trying to go back across to Connect, off the stick of Gus Libby. And it's outside the zone. Went back in the Indy zone, but three Centennial players that get back on side. Puck at center, now back in the Centennial zone. Blake Connect with it for the Cougars. Connect. Skating around. Behind his own net, leaves it for Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell to center. In the Indy zone, his shot turned away. Now the puck comes to the far post, and it is covered up by Trent Pavlik. 6:53 to go in the second. 4-2 Centennial. Draws to the right of Pavlik. Draw one by Centennial. Here is Nick Kloss. Kloss in front, redirected in from in front. I think that was Aiden Connect who got the redirect. And it is 5-2 Centennial with 6:44 to go in the second. Comes Centennial again in front of shot, stopped by Pavlik. It was Calvin Zacharias. Now Connect out on the far side. Aiden Connect passing up to the blue line, and Nick Kloss tried to send it to the front of the net, but he sent it right into the skates of Oscar Dubon, who brings it to center. Dubon into the Centennial zone, and the puck poked away. Dubon, shot blocked, off a stick into the left wing corner. Here's Blake Butcher on the far side. Butcher into the Indy zone on the right wing. Shot over the net. And a one-timer from Aiden Connect goes into the netting above the glass. .5:45 left in the second, 5-2 Centennial. Draw on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Centennial bench. One by Indy. Here's Landric Mayeski into the Centennial zone on the right wing. A shot, or left wing, a shot. Stopped and held on to by Henderson. Draw is going to be to Henderson's right. Draw one by Centennial. They get it out. Puck into the Indy zone. Ryan Hoverson carries it out. Brings it into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Gets off a shot. Stopped by Henderson and he'll cover. Draw is to the left of Henderson. Rhett Gordon with a puck for Centennial. He'll carry it to center. Into the Indy zone on the left wing side. Puts it behind the net. Puck comes out in front. Ryan Hoverson with it now for the Eagles. It's taken back by Centennial and tried to center, and it went off a stick in front. Puck came up to the right point. Owen Boyer couldn't hold it in. Passes over to the far side. Puck is at center. Aiden Gardner passing to the far side. A shot from Cooper Davis over the net from the left circle of the Indy zone. Here's Rhett Gordon holding it in on the right wing. Gordon, nice move. Drops it up top. Blake Connect. Passes down to Gordon, and his shot off a stick into the netting above the glass. 4:05 left in the second. Still 5-2 Centennial. Draws to the right of Trent Pavlik. Indy bring the puck into the Centennial zone. James Pierce, the shot just missed the net to the right of Cade Henderson. Puck on the far wall. Centennial player unable to find it. And Finn Kalberg's pass goes nowhere. It drifts out to center. Sophia Soar, who had trouble trying to find the puck on the far wall. Here's George Logazar back into the Centennial zone. A shot stopped and held on to by Cade Henderson. 3:31 to go in the second. 5-2 Centennial leading. Draw is going to be to Henderson's left. Draw one by Centennial. Here's Brendan Mitchell out at center. Left wing side of the Indy zone. Pushed into the boards. And, Finn Kalberg started to exit the zone when the puck was knocked off his stick. Nick Kloss around the back of his own net. Passes out to Braden Marks in the right wing. Marks to the front of the net. A redirected shot off the left leg pad of Pavlik. And shot flipped over the net from the right circle by Nick Kloss. Kloss with it again. Out of the blue line. Fires it into the right wing corner. Brendan Mitchell behind the net. Comes around to the far side. Passes up top. Blake Butcher. Butcher. Shot over the net. And here's a shot from Brendan Mitchell. Stopped and held on to by Pavlik. 2:33 left in the second. 5-2 Centennial leading. Draw is going to be to Pavlik's right. Centennial win it, but it goes out to center. Blake Connect couldn't keep it alive at the left point. Ryan Hoverson with it at center, poked off his stick. Awen Douglas flips it into the Indy zone. Oscar Dubon sends it around the boards to the near side. Here's Gus Levy up, went past him, held in. Owen Boyer's shot, missed the net. Landric Mayeski carries the puck out in front of his own net, but he was bumped off it. Puck now over on the near boards. Pass across, Awen Douglas shanks her one-timer, and it goes past the net to the right of Pavlik. Douglas. Shot stopped and held on to at the far post by Pavlik. 98 seconds left in the second, 5-2 Centennial. Draw is to the right of Pavlik. Puck deep in the Indy zone. Alex Izaminia. Trying to pass it out to the far side. Here's Ryan Hoverson. Puck trickles out in front. Landric Mayeski had it for a moment. Then Calvin Zacharias steals and takes a shot that I think is turned away by Pavlik. Now Izaminia backhanding it up to the right point. And Nick Kloss. Kloss sitting in front of the net. A shot stopped by Pavlik. Izaminia banging to the rebound. Pavlik has it covered. We've entered the final minute of the second. 59.1 seconds to go in the middle frame. 5-2 Centennial. Draw is to the left of Pavlik. Centennial won the draw, but they give it away. Landric Mayeski, now Oscar Dubon, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Puck is in front. Gus Libby turns around and shot was whiffed on. Now Mayeski takes it back inside the Centennial zone. A shot knocked away by Cade Henderson. Here's Blake Connect. Puck passed out to the left point, and Torrin Kemble battling with Alex Izaminia. 20 seconds left in the second. And up. Centennial good to get the puck out. Here's Gus Libby trying to get over to Finn Kalberg. Went underneath his stick blade to the left wing corner. Passes up top. Torrin Kemble, a shot. Hit the post to the right of Henderson. Clearing attempt held in Kemble. Another shot missed the net to the right of Henderson. Puck out on the far boards. Mayeski pushed off the puck, and that's it for the second. Centennial had a goal. Again, I think it was Aiden Connect on a redirect. I'm going to have to go check the sheet. But the Cougars lead Independence-Ravenwood 5-2 after 2. Ready to go for the third period. Cade Henderson still in goal for Centennial. Trent Pavlik still in goal for Indy for this third period. Indy will move the puck from my left to right. Centennial from my right to left. And Landric Mayeski almost had a takeaway inside the Centennial zone, but the Cougars able to get the puck out. There's Brendan Mitchell in the Indy zone with a shot from the left wing. Stopped and held on to by Trent Pavlik. That takes the first 17 seconds off the clock in the third. They did give that fifth goal to Aiden Connect, so Connect and Mitchell each a goal away from a hat trick. Draw is to the right of Pavlik. Won by Centennial, but given away to Indy. And Indy couldn't get it out of the zone. It's held in at the left point. Now Nick Claus passing down low. Rhett Gordon put in front, but it's intercepted by Finn Kalberg. Kalberg carries it out. Falls to his knees, pushes it ahead, and it's intercepted. Puck back in the Indy zone, and here's Mitchell trying to get it to the front of the net, but Indy stick blocked that shot attempt, and now Landric Mayeski back into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. A shot, sent it across the front of the net. Puck out on the far boards. Here comes Centennial. Nick Kloss, right wing side of the Indy zone. Passes up to the right point. Rhett Gordon, big slap shot, hits something. Hit an arm, a leg, or something, and bounced past the net to the left of Pavlik. Puck carried to center by Kalberg. Kalberg steps into the Centennial zone, and it pokes right off his stick. Here's Cooper Davis, right wing side of the Indy zone, getting off a shot off the stick of James Pearson past the net. Puck comes out in front. Rhett Gordon with it. Hands it off, and a shot from Aiden Gardner stopped and covered up by Pavlik. 12:24 to go. 5-2 Centennial. The Cougars win. They give themselves a chance at moving up to Tier 2, but they have to play Innsworth on Monday in their first half finale, and they have to win it. Draw will be to the left of Pavlik. And I guess Indy are using their timeout here. 12:24 to go. They're down 5-2. We should be getting close to getting a final for Ravenwood Rutherford. Draws to the left of Pavlik. His timeout is done. One by Centennial. Owen Boyer, right point. Passing over to the left point, Blake Connect. Connect a shot off a stick and went past the net. Here's Aiden Gardner. Behind the net. Avoids a hit from Colin Ramseur. Puck knocked off his stick. Held into the blue line by Blake Connect. Backhanded down the left wing wall, Gardner. Shot hit the back netting. Puck passed up to the right point, Boyer. Over to the left circle, and whiffed on pretty much by John Caesar. He topped it on the follow through. Here's James Pierce carrying the puck to center. Poked off his stick, but he gets it back. Left wing side of the Centennial zone. Drops it back, and Oscar Dubon shanked his one-timer past the net to the right of Cade Henderson. And now here come the Cougars again. Stretch pass ahead. Aiden Gardner on a breakaway in the Indy zone to the slot of shot. I think Pavlik got a piece of it as it went by. It went over the net. Now a 3-on-2 developing for Indy. Oscar Dubon, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Could not get around Blake Connect. Here goes Blake Connect into the Indy zone on the right wing. Stops with his back to the right wing boards. Moves up to the blue line. Has to dump the puck down or hand it down low or pass it down the wall to Owen Boyer. Still a high put in front score, Aiden Gardner. Boyer sent it to the front of the net, and Aiden Gardner one times it underneath Pavlik into the back of the net, and it's 6-2 Centennial with 10:47 to go. If this score from John Williams is right, Rutherford have beaten Ravenwood 5-1. I bet they did. I bet they did play Colin and it cost him. He's too short. But well, John Williams confirms that Rutherford had beaten Ravenwood 5-1. And the race to stay alive in Tier 1 has been thrown into a chaotic washing machine. My God. Oh, wow. And Ravenwood have 2 tough games left. They have 3 left. They play Montgomery Bell and Pope next week. And they play Mount Juliet on the 8th. Ravenwood could be the one going down if they're not careful. Here's Rhett Gordon into the Indy zone. Comes out, and a shot from Blake Butcher turned away. Puck out at center. Here's Rhett Gordon. Over to Aiden Connect. Right wing side of the Indy zone. Pushed up against the boards by Torrin Kimball. Now here's Tate Butcher. Putting the puck out in front. Intercepted by Ryan Hoverson. Poked away, but here's Landric Mayeski. Shot score. He's got a hat trick. Mayeski from the slot fires it into the back of the net for his hat trick. Puck out at center. Into the Indy zone. And Calvin Zacharias in front with it. A shot stopped. Nice save by Trent Pavlik. Pushed James Pierce off. It got to the front of the net. And Trent Pavlik with a nice save. So Rutherford, that win means every Tier 1 team has won a game. Rutherford are now 1-4. And Rutherford is still alive. Here's Calvin Zacharias going to the front of the Indy net. Puck poked off his stick. Whoa, big collision at center between Dubon and Alex Izaminia. I think it was Owen Boyer. Boyer has the puck now. Carried it into the Indy zone, but I think Calvin Zacharias stepped over the line while Boyer was maneuvering around defenders, and it's an offside call. 7:44 to go, 6-3 Centennial. Puck in the Centennial zone. Cade Anderson out of the net to play it, even though Rhett Gordon jumped behind the net to join him, and now he passes ahead to Aiden Gardner. Gardner, right wing side of the Indy zone. Puck tapped off his stick. Passed out high, Gordon. Gordon shot over the net. Puck held into the left point, Blake Butcher. Butcher's shot stopped and covered up by Pavlik. Draws to the right of Pavlik. Won by Centennial. Owen Boyer shot from the right point, was blocked by James Pierce. Puck goes out to center. Here's Blake Connect. Drops it behind the net. Puck out at center. Cooper Davis brings it in on the left wing side, pushed off by Ryan Hoverson. Puck comes in, connected to the slot, a shot, score. He's got a hat trick too. Loose puck came to the slot, and Aiden Connect shoots it into the back of the net. Now he has a hat trick to make it 7-3 Centennial with 6:17 to go. Puck in the Indy zone, out in the slot. It's on the far boards. Now knocked out to center. Here's Aiden Connect. It's Cooper Davis. Left wing side of the Indy zone. Puck poked off his stick. Held in Aiden Connect. Now Nick Kloss. Kloss trying to put it in front. Now it comes over to the far wall, Owen Boyer. Down to Gus Libby in the right wing corner, sends it around to the near side. Puck out in front, Owen Boyer with a point blank shot, stopped by Pavlik. Now the puck out on the left wing corner. Hoverson clears it out into his own bench. 5:04 to go, still 7-3 Centennial. Draws on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. Won by the Cougars. Here is Rhett Gordon. Passing it up the ice into the Indy zone. Torrin Kemble's going to get to it. Kemble ahead to Oscar Dubon. Fumbled it around in his skates. Brendan Mitchell's going to bring it back in. Mitchell's looking for a hat trick. Get it poked off his stick by Kemble. Catches back up to it on the far wall. Carries it back out to center. Drops it back to Rhett Gordon. Gordon over to Blake Butcher. Passing up the near side, but it misses John Caesar off the boards and into the Indy zone for an icing. 4:25 left in the third. 7-3 Centennial. Draw to the right of Cade Henderson. Won by Centennial. Rhett Gordon flips it ahead to Brendan Mitchell, who sent it back into his own zone. Oscar Dubon with it now, had it poked away. Now it's out on the far side. Mitchell pokes it ahead, but Torrin Kemble gets the puck away from him. Now here's Blake Butcher. Back in the Indy zone on the left wing side. Held in, and his shot gloved by a standing Pavlik, who drops it to keep play going. Here's Kemble. Passing up the far wall and out. Oscar Dubon, left wing side of the Centennial zone, holding his shot blocked. Puck pops up in the air on the near side. It's still in the Centennial zone. Landric Mayeski, who has a hat trick already. Now Torrin Kemble, shot, score! He came to the slot, fires it into the back of the net. Torrin Kemble makes it 7-4 Centennial with 3:22 to go. Draw one by Centennial. Calvin Zacharias to center. Into the Indy zone on the left wing side. Falls over trying to shoot. Here's George Logazar. Now Ian Murray up offside. Logazar had poked off his stick. He'd gone over the blue line when it came to Murray. Draw be on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. Draw one by Indy. Puck is in their zone. James Pierce with it. Pierce now left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot, scored! James Pierce fires the puck into the back of the net from the left circle. And it is 7-5 Centennial with 2:39 to go. Centennial have got to hang on to the lead here. They cannot let this game end in a tie, or they could be kept in Tier 2 by Summit beating USN on Monday. Here's Ryan Hoverson. Out at center on the far side. Drops it back. Finn Kahlberg lost it. Cleared out by Awen Douglas. Now, puck back in the Indy zone. Calvin Zacharias had it taken away by Oscar Dubon. Held in at the left point. Puck over skated. Zacharias now Blake connected for a shot. Stopped and held on to by Pavlik. 2:04 to go, 7-5 Centennial. Pavlik giving his team a shot at coming back, and maybe, even though their fate is sealed, they're going to be in Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season and play in the High Cup in the postseason. Maybe they could scratch out a point from this. Draw to the right of Pavlik. One by Centennial, shot blocked. Aiden Connect. Backhands it down into the left wing corner. Here's Alex Azaminia. Put out in front. And Aiden Gardner backhands it. I'm sorry, it was Tate Butcher backhanding it wide to the left of the net from right in front. Now here's James Pierce, who just scored, trying to clear it out. Came back to him. He carries it out. Passes head towards Logazar, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Logazar took a push from Rhett Gordon. Still has the puck behind the net. Falls down. They're about to call Trent Pavlik to the bench for the extra attacker. James Pierce to the bench for Ryan Hoverson. Here's Aiden Connect in the Indy zone. Pushed off the puck. Tate Butcher in the slot. Oh, lost the puck. Alex Zaminia trying to keep it alive. Now here's Aiden Connect out high. Puts it in front. And the backhander stopped by Pavlik with a left leg pad on Butcher. Final minute of the game. Here's Gus Libby. Over to Torrin Kemble. Kemble into the Centennial zone with a shot. Score! It's a one-goal game. Kemble with his second of the game fires it into the back of the net from the left circle. It's 7-6. 48.8 seconds to go. And Trent Pavlik was coming to the bench for the extra attacker. They didn't need him. Puck in the Centennial zone, or in the Indy zone off the draw. Torrin Kemble taps it behind his own net, picked up by Brendan Mitchell. Now Kemble comes out with it. Kemble passes up the far boards. It's out at center. Oh, Oscar Dubon with it in the Centennial zone, but he couldn't keep it in front of him. Under 30 seconds left. The net is empty. Trent Pavlik out of the box, or onto the bench. Pavlik in front, back in, stopped by Anderson. Red score! Mayeski! Mayeski tied it! Landric Mayeski's tied it! Are you kidding me? It's 7-7 with 18 seconds to go! Oh my God! Centennial! Centennial may have just blown their shot at moving up. Puck in the Indy zone off the draw. Aiden Kinnick puts it in front, knocked away Kemble. Indy could win it here. Mayeski chasing it. Right wing side of the Centennial zone. Rhett Gordon with it. Time runs out. 7-7 tie. And Centennial have just jeopardized their own chances of moving up. If Summit beat USN or the game ends in a tie on Monday, Centennial are stuck in Tier 2. Oh my God. I don't believe that. They started their pool goalie. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not the coach. I'm not the coach. But well done to Indy coming back and getting a point out of this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to go look at the score sheet and get a final for Franklin Father Ryan. All right, folks, I'm back. Franklin beat Father Ryan 3-0. So the Admirals are now 5-0-1. just like NBA. But I still can't believe that happened. Centennial really crippled their own hopes of moving up. They had that game. They were up 7-3. They were up 7-3. And Indy came back and tied it. Oh, my God. My God, my God, my God. I am floored. And now Centennial have to beat. They need USN to beat Summit, and then they need to beat Innsworth. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think USN can beat Summit. I don't think they can. I really don't think they can. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So the goal scorers in this one, for Centennial, a hat trick for Aiden Connect. 2 goals from Brendan Mitchell, and the others came from Aiden Gardner and Rhett Gordon. For Indy, 4 goals from Landric Mayeski. And the others came from James Pierce, Torrin Kemble. No, Kemble had 2, and Pierce had the other. Player of the game is Landric Mayeski. But I just can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened. Centennial put in there on a game they needed, a game they should have won on paper. They put in their pool goalie. I know you want to give the kid playing time, but you're trying to move up. You got to let Busby have it. Indy scored 7 goals on 14 shots. Poor Cade Henderson has a save percentage of 50. This was his first game of the season. Good God. Wow. They had as many shots on goal as there were goals in the game total. My God, my God, my God. Wow. I mean, I know I'm not the coach, but man, sometimes you got to make hard decisions when you're. I don't think a Centennial team can win the Preds Cup. And I thought the last minute loss to USN 3 weeks ago was heartbreaking. This was. This is worse. This this may have ended up chaining them to Tier 2 for the rest of the season. Wow. Let's go over the night's final scores. Brentwood and Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill finished 1-1. Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb beat the Outlaws 10-2. Rutherford beat Ravenwood 5-1. Yes, that is real. That is real. Franklin beat Father Ryan 3-0, and Centennial and Independence-Ravenwood 2 finished 7-all. So here are the standings with tonight's games in the books. Tier 1, Franklin and NBA are now both 5-0-1. Father Ryan and Pope are now both 3-3, but because of the Brentwood-Mount Juliet tie, and now the Ravenwood loss, well, actually the Brentwood tie triggered it. They are now both safe in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and will play in the Predators Cup in the postseason. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill are now at 1-3-1. Brentwood at 1-4-1. Ravenwood at 1-3. Actually, no, Ravenwood go to the bottom of Tier 1 underneath Rutherford at 1-4 because Rutherford had beat them tonight. Rutherford go ahead on the head-to-head. Tier 2, Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb are at 5-0. Summit Page are at 3-1. Hendersonville Beach Gallatin 2-1-2. Centennial now 2-2-2. USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Goodpasture 2-1-1. The Outlaws 1-1-1. Station Camp Liberty Creek 1-4-1. And Indy are now 1-0-5-1 after tonight. Here is the schedule for next week, the penultimate week of the first half of the regular season. Monday, 5:15, Chris Brink in Bellevue. Summit Page taking on USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Goodpasture. Rink B here at Centennial at 6 p.m. The Outlaws taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek. 6:50 at the Chris Brink in Bellevue. Rutherford taking on Brentwood. If Rutherford win that game, Brentwood are going down. We'll have to see what happens. 7:40 on Rink A here at Centennial. Centennial taking on Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb. Again, Centennial, if they'd won this game, would have given themselves a chance. But now they have to hope USN beat Summit Page. Because if that game ends in a tie or Summit Page win, like I think they should, Centennial are stuck in tier 2. And it's their own fault. It should have come down to Monday. They have put it in the hands of somebody else. 8:25 on the Chris Brink in Bellevue. MBA taking on Ravenwood. Then on Wednesday, $7:10 here on Rink A at Centennial. USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Goodpasture taking on the Outlaws. 7:30 on the North Rink in Antioch. Rutherford taking on Franklin. 8:15 on the South Ring in Antioch. Ravenwood taking on Pope Prep MLK GCA. 8:30 over on Rink B. Summit Page taking on Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb. 8:40 on Rink A at Centennial. Independence-Ravenwood 2 taking on Hendersonville Beach Gallatin. I'm going to have to do the math tonight, and I'll be doing it for the next couple days. I'm not going to unveil the broadcast schedule tonight. I'm going to work on it and choose on Sunday. But, yeah. Just when things look normal, they go. Brentwood and Mount Juliet finish in a 1-1 tie. Centennial and Independence-Ravenwood 2 finish in a 7-7 tie. Centennial had a 7-3 lead. A 7-3 lead. All right, time for me to get out of here. Thank you all so much for listening this week. I'm Michael Hackney. Have a great weekend. Talk to you Monday from somewhere. You'll find out Sunday morning. Good night, everyone from Centennial.